Hi, I'm Matt, and I believe there are aliens in Area 51. Since I was a child, I've been naturally inquisitive, questioning anything and everything that didn't quite make sense. As I grew, I poured countless hours into a number of conspiracy theories. Some of these theories I believe, and some of these theories I don't. But some of them I do. Here I'll be studying the evidence for and against all of history's mysteries, doing the work so you don't have to. But you really should do it on your own, like check sources and all that. Okay, on today's episode, Area 51. If you've been on the internet in the last 2 weeks, then you're probably familiar with the plan to storm Area 51. The Facebook event, which as of July 17th has 1.5 million people going and over 1 million more interested, is a kind of a joke, kind of not really, who knows plan to, quote, meet up at the Area 51 Alien Center tourist attraction and coordinate entry, close quote, in order to, quote, see them aliens. Close quote. But before we get any further into the plan, let's talk about what exactly Area 51 is and what people might think is inside. I'm also told to tell you that these are my opinions and my opinions alone, and do not necessarily reflect the opinions or thoughts of BuzzFeed.com. For starters, Area 51 is a top secret facility located in the Mojave Desert that, to put it quite frankly, gets into some weird stuff. Though very little is known for sure about Area 51, its proximity to the Nevada test site and Groom Lake salt flats make it a prime spot to develop and test experimental aircraft. And you know, new aircraft's been coming out for like years, and I can't say where else they're coming from. But is that all they got going on there? A lot of people, and sure I might find myself among them, believe that there might be aliens there. And we can kind of thank the Roswell incidents and sightings of 1947 for spurring on those suspicions. It's board time. Oh yeah, a blank slate just for me. So, let's start in 1947. Let's make this the beginning of time. Roswell Incident. This is not sharp enough. In June of 1947, American pilot Kenneth Arnold was flying around Mount Rainier, and he claims he saw 9 unidentified flying objects in the sky. He said that they moved in unison incredibly quickly, like that. Did you catch it? He does a bunch of interviews, and people kind of think he's nuts, despite more and more of these sightings happening in the following weeks. He's gone. Then, also in June, a rancher, let me see if I have a, I don't think I have a cowboy. There we go. A rancher named W.W. Mac Brazel was doing, you know, a bunch of rancher stuff, and then he comes across a bunch of debris in a field. Then in July, he reports it to the US government. The debris was said to be made up of rubber strips, tinfoil, and like a heavy paper material, as represented by this lay flower. It gets turned over to the military, who make a statement that they've found what they believe to be a flying saucer. And then almost immediately they tell the public it was nothing more than a weather balloon. According to an article in the Roswell Dispatch titled, "Harassed Rancher Who Located Saucer, Sorry He Told About It," W.W. Mac Brazel says the thing he found didn't look like any weather balloon to him. And then the story kind of just dies. Until 1980. Fart. 1980, when authors Charles Berlitz and William L. Moore release a book called The Roswell Incident, which claims that the original flying saucer was taken to an Air Force base in Ohio, and that the weather balloon debris was quickly swapped in. Berlitz and Moore claim to talk to as many as 90 first or second-hand witnesses while researching their book. From reports collected by them and other UFO investigators, witnesses have claimed to have seen flying saucers, some claim to have been to the crash site, and some claim to have even seen alien bodies. Alien bodies which may or may not have been taken to a certain super top secret Air Force facility in Nevada. Who's to say? Right or wrong, in 1994, that says 1994, the military goes, and I'm paraphrasing here, it was debris from a surveillance balloon that we made to monitor Soviet nuclear tests. And then in 1997, the Air Force goes, any bodies that people think they might have seen were probably just test dummies from parachute tests. So to sum that up, you got all these people saying, hey, we saw something, and you got the government going, you guys didn't see anything, and also everything we said about everything was lying. But with all this misinformation, the public starts to greet official reports with a little bit of skepticism. So in 2000, 2013 when the CIA finally acknowledges the existence of Area 51 and says, yeah, we've had it for a while and it's been used to test new military aircraft. You got way too many people going, hey CIA, you sure you don't mean you're testing captured alien aircraft and space weapons? So say that there are alien corpses and captured spacecraft in Area 51. What exactly is the plan for the Storm Area 51 They Can't Stop Us All event? Because honestly, I kind of think they can stop us all. One commenter, Jackson Barnes, says, 2 Naruto runner battalions will run full speed around the north and south flanks, but adds, P.S. Hello US government, this is a joke and I do not actually intend to go ahead with this plan. So great, it's a joke. Or is it? At least one hotel in the Area 51 area has stated that they've been getting calls out the wazoo. They're all booked up on the dates of the scheduled raids, and they have up to 60 people ready to pitch a tent on the property. So yeah, we're laughing, but some people are taking it seriously. People like the good men and women of the United States Air Force. Thank you for your service. Air Force spokeswoman Laura McAndrews told the Washington Post, Area 51 is an open training range for the US Air Force, and we would discourage anyone from trying to come into the area where we train American armed forces. If it's me, maybe I don't agree with the event's assertion that if we Naruto run, we can move faster than their bullets. And I'm kind of hoping most people don't either. Let's be for realsies, guys. Do not go to Area 51. Sorry. So maybe in September we don't learn that they got little E.T. all chained up. And maybe we don't learn that they got a bunch of Stranger Things eating Eggos in there and stuff. What we can know for sure though is that the internet can be a wonderful place where we can come together and share memes about Old Town Road and laugh at Shrek and SpongeBob and Starfish, all while simultaneously stressing out the US government. And maybe that's the truth we need now anyway. Aliens are real and they've been here for hundreds of years, and if you don't think so, you're an idiot.